My name is Raquel Panzer and I'm the CEO of the Victory Center. We just moved in August of 2018. Our students are now capable of receiving the resources that they need every day.
Letter B, Barbara. Book. Bubble. Yeah.
One of the things that sets us apart is our student-to-teacher ratios. So there's not a lot of centers in South Florida that deliver 1-to-1, 2-to-1, and 3-to-1. So that's 1 student per teacher, 2 students per teacher, or 3 students per teacher. That intense ratio sets us apart, no question about it. We have an amazing multimedia room. Everything's computer-based, an amazing library. Kids can also play with the video games. We're teaching them interactive activities, all computerized.
So I've been here with the Victory Center for about 2 years now, serving in the capacity of Development Associate. So I am responsible for all of the fundraising efforts, all of the grant writing, all of the fundraising events and different things like that to help ensure that the Victory Center has the resources needed to continue operation and to be able to continue servicing the kids. I think the community is really starting to see who the Victory Center is, the work that we're doing, why it's necessary. So since the 2 years that I've been here, we've really started to cultivate some new relationships. We've really started to bring the community on board. And I really think people are starting to see the full picture of the work that we're doing here, how necessary it is, how beneficial it is to the kids, how it's impacting the community from an individual standpoint, from the businesses that engage with us to just the community partnerships as a whole that we've been able to cultivate over the last 2 years.
Understanding that autism isn't going away. In fact, we know that the rates are increasing. We're now at 1 in 59 children diagnosed. So I would just say really the community recognizing that if we don't access these types of services by the time the child is 15, 20 years of age, their outcomes are looking a lot more gloomy.
So I have been with the Victory Center for 11 years now, and my son was diagnosed when he was very young, and so the frustrations of what do you do next, where do you go next. I remember thinking when I was dropping him off at carpool and seeing the older kids and they were walking down to their classrooms by themselves, I said there is no way my child will ever be able to walk to a classroom without somebody helping him and being with him, because he was one of those kids that like to run away, elope, and explore the world. And so I remember being very impressed, thinking there's no way my son will ever do that. Over time, he was able to be more independent. He was able to do some things that I would never imagine in my wildest dreams that he would do. I think the Victory Center has brought the best out in not only Jack, but his ability to interact with peers and to interact with people. And I cannot thank them enough for being part of this family.
He wasn't able to speak at all. He came as a nonverbal student coming into the school. They taught him how to communicate using pictures. He was first from IBI, then he went to pre-academy, and now he's in academy. So he progressed so much since he started the school that I am so proud of him. Like right now he says words, a lot of words, and they're teaching him in the classroom math, writing, how to teach him how to write his name. Then you have other activities like swimming. They're teaching him how to swim. They're going to yoga, and then they would teach him how to ride a bike. Like these things that come easy for other children, Aaron has to be taught little step, baby steps how to do it. And I'm so proud of him. If it wasn't for this school, I don't know where Aaron would be today.
Having Dylan here at the Victory School has been amazing. I mean, it's just a peace of mind, and not only for him feeling like a part of a community, but for me as well. I am actually a single parent, so I have 2 children, 2 boys. So it's been a little bit of a struggle. So having Dylan here, it's a humongous peace of mind, and it's that feeling not having to constantly worry about the situation that's going on in your child's life when you're not around them, and knowing that he has that here every time he's here, it's just a blessing for me and for Dylan. And I couldn't be happier, and I couldn't be more grateful for what they've done for Dylan and myself.
It's very hard for someone who's not in our shoes to understand what we go through every day. But I'm trying to really put the words in my head before I say it. But if somebody would tell me that my daughter will have no solution and nobody who's willing to take care of her and in a proper way, I mean respecting who she is, her needs, and really seeing the good things that are in her, not only the bad things. It is important for everyone to understand that not everything is pink in this world. And we do have kids who did nothing wrong, and that was kind of forced on them. So it is important to help them as much as we can. And I try to share as many stories as I can for people who don't understand autism, who don't understand what families like us go through. And I'm hoping that by more and more people realizing that this school exists and these kids deserve the right attention, the right education, and they can really get far. They could get really far, but by the right support and the right program. So I'm really hoping that school will just grow and grow, and more people will hear about it and support it and give us, the right place for our kids.
Hi. I love school because I love learning new things.
I love school because I love learning and I work on my muscles.
I love the Victory Center because I go on community-based trips to work on skills that I use at work. I love my teachers because they help us out in reading, math, and language arts. I love my friends because we like to play on Open Economy, and I like to talk with them about my weekend.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a pediatrician when I grow up.